Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be setting some trusses, working on some purlins, getting all that laid down. Right here I'm just fueling up my Manlift. This Manlift here, I actually picked it up for about $3 grand off a guy about 30 minutes away, and it's been a really good machine. I don't think I could have spent the money any wiser. uh, Originally it was the engine ran on propane, so I had to do away with all that. I switched it over to a gas carburetor, and it ran well for quite a few months. And then, unfortunately, something went wrong in the crankcase. I'm not sure what it was, but it just locked up. So I took the old engine out and bought this Chinese engine, 18 horsepower engine. I had some difficulty getting it mounted in there and getting it hooked up to the pump because it's a well, the old pump was direct driven, and it was on a spline shaft, so I had to get like a special type of coupler to hook it up, and getting it aligned was a real pain in the butt. But anyways, yeah, it's fixed and working, and I wouldn't want to build without this thing. I use it for everything from setting trusses to softening fascia to just moving materials around. It's a really handy tool to have. But yeah, I'm going to speed this video up a little bit, that way it don't bore you to death. But if I see anything noteworthy, I'll slow it back down and voice it over there. So right here you can see I'm pushing this truss around. It's kind of swinging. Yeah, usually I hook them a lot tighter and take a lot of the slack out of that strap, but being that this is on the end wall or the gable end, it's got to go on the outside of the post, so I can't hook it too close to the basket. I got to kind of come down outside of the wall and then pull it back into the wall and sit it on just the little 1.5 inch of truss carrier on each side that's sticking past. But yeah, it takes a little while to get it squared away and on the other side of these posts here. But yeah, this is about the best way I've found to do it. Better than trying to hoist it up with something, or as you can see, I set that power pole there. That's our camper power and our temporary power. It'd be in the way if I was trying to set it from the other side. So yeah, it just takes a minute to get it squared away here, and then I'll lower it down and get it set. So for anyone that's wondering, or if you're just curious how much weight this basket is rated for, it's actually rated for 500 pounds, and these trusses weigh around 220 pounds. I'm around 200 pounds, so yeah, it's not like it's overloaded or anything. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's some red threads shown on this strap. Usually I'm pretty safety conscious and aware of these things. It's not something that I missed, it's just something that I kind of let go, and I'll probably use the strap a little longer. And I'm not going to lift anything much heavier than these trusses with it, but yeah, it's still in halfway decent shape. I know they say to get rid of them as soon as a red thread shows, but this strap, I set every truss on this building with it, and I didn't see it tear anymore or degrade anymore. So yeah, I think it's still in good enough shape to use for a little while longer. So I know I haven't given you guys much of a background on me or my family, but so I actually did construction for the past couple years. I started a construction company back in 2019, the end of 2019, and yeah, I built pole barns and put roofs on and did some siding jobs and just a little bit of everything. But yeah, typically I have a crew of about 3 or 4 guys building buildings with me, but I actually put the business on hold back in the end of June, and I'm gonna try and build the Barndo completely by myself. I might have help here and there, but I want to do everything myself, just for the, the feeling, the accomplishment itself. But I actually had my brother come, and he offered to come help set trusses, and I wasn't going to turn down an extra set of hands. It really sped the process up. We had them all set in about 4 hours, but this is just me setting the first one and taking my time, trying to get everything squared up and lined up. But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm struggling here, it's just because I'm by myself. I don't have anyone on the ends to hold it down, or you'll see me using clamps here, just kind of moving the Manlift over, putting a screw in here and there just to hold it temporarily. But yeah, just in case you were wondering. So that just about brings this video to a close. Yeah, this is all kind of monotonous, but it's just work. It's got to be done. You guys know how it is. But anyways, yeah, there's a little more video here. Sorry, it's really hard to record from good angles when you're climbing up on these trusses, and it's really hard to do anything up there when they're 4 foot on center or 8 foot on center. Luckily, these are 2 foot on center. You can actually walk on the bottom cord and, stand in the webs. But yeah, it's just a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work until I get it finished. But yeah, you can kind of see right there. I got some bottom cord bracing on underneath. I always like to throw that on as soon as possible. Even you could have all the purlins on top, but if you don't have bottom cord bracing on, the building will just sway and move around. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the content, and if you don't mind, give us a like and a subscribe. Maybe share it with some friends, and yeah, I'll try and get a new video out here shortly.